My name is Lisette Neza. I film, I sing, and I perform and I write poetry. And I archive and I seek. I seek for other humans, for the other, for connection, for stories and for exchange, for transmission.
Oh, dat is mooi juist. Lisette.
It is my mission, for now. I am seeking the stories of Black Europe, of Afropeans, l'Europe Noire. Last year, I read this book, Afropean by Johnny Pitts, and it inspired me. In this book, he travels through the big cities of Europe, from Lisbon to Moscow and from Stockholm to Paris, to understand what it means to be Afropean, to be from here and from there. When I read his book for the first time, I understood that even I belonged to two continents, to both of them at the same time, all at once. I read it and I felt inspired to do the same. I took the book and took it as my guidance through Europe. I traveled. I traveled not to write a book about it, but to write poems about it and songs, and to create my own show with my own poetry band. With the help of Europalia, of course. I traveled. And I traveled to turn to myself, to turn into myself, then I traveled through time. I became my mother. I became my mother became my father became my country, I become Rwanda. And then I become my continent. I become the trauma. I become the lovers that lost each other at the airport. I become the refugees. I become the colonized. I become the ships. I become the colonizer. I travel back in time and I travel back and forth. I become the healer and the healing, the message, the story. I become the dreams, the black experiences. I become the women of Europe. I become a generation. I seek for the women in my generation. The women in me, I become a man. I seek for male energy, for masculinity. I travel back to my childhood. I see Brazil in Lisbon. I see Brussels. I see Europe. I see the Middle East. I see, and I feel it, and I heal it, and I eat it, and I sleep it. I become the stories. And if the story wants to become a song, I become a musician.